Americans have long seen their soul, their failures and their triumphs, through their writers. No other country has produced such a noble body of literature as the United States. Hello, I'm Jane Kaczmarek, and welcome to the Great American Authors Series. In this episode, we will learn about a group of authors that challenged mainstream society's every norm, every assumption, every idea. Gwendolyn Brooks saw that black is beautiful. Salinger and Plath rejected what mainstream society offered to youth and women. Ellison and Baldwin rebuked America for its treatment of black males. Kerouac and the Beat Generation rejected everything about establishment America and looked for a new human potential. And the people who these writers led would be called the baby boomer generation. The anthem of the civil rights movement was "Black is Beautiful." They would find this expression in the books of the brilliant young writer, Gwendolyn Brooks.
Gwendolyn Brooks, perhaps America's greatest female poet, was a child of the lost generation and the Harlem Renaissance. Her themes transcended race. They were human themes that sang to the souls of American women. Like Theodore Dreiser, Langston Hughes, and Sherwood Anderson, writers she admired, she became a superstar among authors. That her genius is not as well known is perhaps because she was a woman. Born in Topeka, Kansas in 1917, Brooks moved with her family to Chicago at an early age. And though she traveled extensively, she always returned to and remained a Chicagoan at heart. Her stories tell of growing up and searching for an identity in America, while at the same time being black and a woman. Brooks was an unparalleled craftsman when it came to writing poetry. She became the first black to win a Pulitzer Prize in 1950 for her book of poems, Annie Allen. In the following Italian sonnet, a form Brooks had mastered, the character Annie Allen at her cousin Vit's funeral denies death and affirms life.
Carried her unprotesting out the door. Kicked back the casket stand. It can't hold her. That satin and stuff aiming to enfold her. The lid's contritions nor the bolts before. Oh no. Too much. Too much. Even now. Surmise she rises in sunshine. There she goes. Back to the bar she once knew, and the repose in love rooms, and things in people's eyes too vital, too squeaking, must emerge. Even now she does the snake hips with a hiss and slaps that bad wine across her shan tongue, talks of pregnancy, guitars, and bridge work, walks in parks and alleys, comes happily on the verge of happiness. Happily hysterics is.
However, it is in Brooks' novel Maud Martha that her main character discovers a fundamental truth: how she could be an ordinary black woman and be beautiful as well. She compares herself to a dandelion, ordinary but a beautiful flower nonetheless.
She would have liked a lotus, or China asters, or the Japanese iris, or meadow lilies. Yes, she would have liked meadow lilies. For the very word meadow made her breathe more deeply and either fling her arms, or at least want to fling her arms, depending on who was by, rapturously up to whatever was watching the sky. But dandelions were what she chiefly saw, like yellow jewels for every day, studying the patched green dress of her backyard. She liked their demure prettiness second to their everydayness. For in the latte quality, she thought she saw a picture of herself. And it was comforting to find that in what was common was also a flower.
Brooks died in 2000, having inspired 3 generations of Black women writers, including Alice Walker and Toni Morrison. Many also say that this greatest of female writers inspired the idea that Black is beautiful.